What's up everybody and welcome back to an Idiot Choice to Glory episode number 42. We were starting it off by, unfortunately, not buying Mbappe, but we are going to buy someone and try them out like I said in the last episode. And the first one that we're going to buy is Inform Marquinhos. So he's going to slot in nicely next to our Thiago Silva, get himself a perfect link. He obviously links across to Alexandro and Lucas Leiva that are already in the team, and then we'll just need to pick up a Brazilian goalie to go in behind him. So, frustratingly, he's actually a bit of a pain in the arse to buy because of the fact that he's got a blue card. So while we sort that out, we are going to do comment of the day, which comes from Joe Taylor, and we're gonna have to call Joe out on his torturing of FUT cards. This is ridiculous. He takes his players down to 79 fitness before he puts a fitness card on them. I don't even know how you can play with less than 94. I'm not going to lie. I'll play 2 games of Div Rivals and then I'll put a fitness card on. And in FUT Champs, I put one on every single game. Joe Taylor, you are absolutely crazy, mate. Get yourself some fitness cards. That is madness. Anyway, we're trying to buy ourselves a Marquinhos. And it's doing my head in and not quite coming up. I was thinking about trying to snipe one, but it's such a pain to snipe because the blue one is worth the same as the... Well, it's not worth the same, but you can list it for the same as the Inform one. So we finally got a couple of them to pop up, and it's really difficult to try and pick up a decent deal. So what I did instead was go and find some of them that were up for listing. Like this one's going for 75k, and he was around 78k by now. And there's a couple of them expiring at the same time for like 10,000 and 25,000 bids. So what I went and did is pop the bid on them. And in the meantime, while we waited for them a couple of minutes to tick down, I was just keeping an eye on the price of one to watch Richarlison, obviously because he just scored at this point 2 goals in Everton's game against Brighton. So the hype was there for him to get an Inform basically. And last time it happened, he went up to about 35 to 40k with the hype that he was going to get an Inform. And obviously he didn't, but the hype was there. And the main time to sell is during the hype. So you can see this one expired for 73,000 coins. There's a little trick for you guys. If you press R3, see it says 83,500. That's what the guy who currently owns that card bought it for. So you can see he's paid 83,500 for it and we're buying it for 76. So it gives you a bit of an idea of the market when you're bidding on cards as well. So if we jump forward a little bit in time to when this is expiring, I bid 76,000 and nobody else bid back, and I picked it up for 76,000 coins, which was very, very nice. I was just keeping an eye on these ones and hoping that I didn't miss out on too much of a bargain while we were waiting for my one to expire. You can see this one was ticking down with 70k. So it's like 6,000 coins, but just on the last second, somebody else started bidding. So I got into a bit of a bid more, and anyway, they all go for about the same, about 75,000 coins. So we picked that one up, and we go and pop him straight into our team, like I said, next to Thiago Silva. And we've got this bit obviously pre-recorded. We're going to come to live, and I'm going to show you my squad and stuff like that. And basically just talk you guys through what I feel about the team, obviously the results of the poll in the last episode as well, and I'll show you guys what we're going to potentially be doing with our squad. But obviously we need to actually do some FUT Champs and then sell the players before we can do that. But in order to do some FUT Champs, we need to buy a goalkeeper that actually fits into our team. We pick up an Edison. He was the cheapest one, but he's got a shield on him. And now I asked on Twitter about the best chem styles for goalies. Look at this. He gets a bonus in speed, reflexes and kicking. I don't know why anyone would put that chemistry style on a goalkeeper. Now, he's only got 85 diving and 80 handling. Yeah, he's got 99 kicking and 99 reflexes, but you don't need 99 kicking and you don't need a boost in speed either, really, do you? Same with Marquinhos. I went off FUTBin and tried out all the different chem styles, and the best one I thought was Sentinel. He's already got 77 pace, so he doesn't need an anchor like Thiago Silva, and then he gets the physical and defensive boosts to give him. He gets a bit more of a defensive boost than Thiago Silva as well, because he's not quite as high rated to start off with, so his defending needs the bigger boost to get to basically all 99 in every single stat. And then for Edison, and for every single goalie basically, the best chemistry style to use is basic. When we jump into the team, I'll show you properly how these stats are affected by each of them 2 chemistry styles for these guys. But before we do that, I actually went up and listed my Richarlison. So I bought him for 24,000 coins ages ago, expecting him to at some point get an Inform. And I went and listed him up. I was keeping an eye on his price, and he was hovering up and down at about 35,000 coins, something like that. So he'd gone up like 50%, and he sold basically straight away. And you can see that we're also selling our fitness cards to lazy buyers for 1,400 coins as well. So we've sold a good few of them and our Richarlison, and we got ourselves 263,000 coins. I don't know why I'm backing it out, so there's nothing else left to sell, but he's there. We'll wipe them all out and we'll relist all of the other fitness cards back up, and hopefully someone is going to buy even more of them. And I've been doing this all weekend, and it's such like an easy way to make some coins. You can see we're up to 258,000 now. We've refreshed, and what we've actually done is gone and sold a load of these players because the flashback Goetze came out. Now, like Skriniar's max price, because I don't know why. I don't know if he's in like every solution on Futbin for the Goetze SBC had Skriniar in, and his price has just become extortionate. But I was just listing stuff up. You can see I went back out and refreshed it, and Pareo sold as well. So all them ones we bought as investments for Player of the Month Messi, that obviously didn't happen because they're not going to do La Liga Player of the Month. But I sold them all for profit. Like we picked up Fabian, I think, for 23k, sold them for nearly 27. Pacheco, we made a couple of thousand. Iniesta, Thiago, Pareo, we made a couple of thousand. Our Skriniar that we used. No, we packed him, didn't we? We sold our one we used. We packed him in our. What was it in? Was it in FUT Champs rewards the other day? And he was there for like 8k. And I just sold them first, waited a couple of days because I was lazy and forgot to list them up, and he's now sold for basically 17. So I just went through and listed up some more of the other players. I think there we've just sold Tolisso and Florenzi. Tolisso is still in my clubs. That looks really weird to you guys, but I listed them up and then I've just jump cut to that. And basically, at this point I had 400k. And Reeve put me onto the fact that even though I've been through and sold all of my silvers for the Serie A SBC, League SBC, there's actually some golds that I wear for as well. Like this random 79 rated rare dude, over 2,000 coins. And basically I just started listing them all up. So there's the Tolisso and Florenzi, Musacchio, Brozovic only 950, in for 2,100, Caicedo for 900. Get rid of them. I didn't have much space on my transfer list because I was constantly listing up fitness cards. But again, 850, not bad. 1,500, 1,000, 1,200. Like these are non-rares. 3,200 for a non-rare and 1,100 for a non-rare goalie. Absolute madness. And then there's another one, 3,800, 1,600, 1,800, 2,800, 1,400. These are non-rare cards that I'm selling for absolute ridiculous prices. So you can see we've got 427k. If we jump to live, you can see we've got this team, and I'm going to talk you guys through a little bit as we are actually really enjoying Marquinhos and Edison. I'm not going to lie, I mean it's a defender. I'm saying enjoy as if like, oh, he's so good, I love the way he makes tackles. It doesn't really matter so long as you don't concede goals, does it? And we don't, so it's absolutely fine. We've obviously got tons and tons of coins chilling there now. We're on 430k almost from shipping out all of the stuff in our club. And we've still obviously got Benatia chilling down on the bench here because he was, well, Marquinhos is in as a trialist basically, isn't he? That's what we've got going on there, but he's really good. I've only played 7 games of them now, but spoilers, I've won all 7 of them. So, we're doing alright. That was the first 7 games of FUT Champs. I'll show you guys some gameplay and some stuff going on with them in a second. But he's really good. I really like him. He's 76k, which is quite a lot for a centre-back, considering I bought Benatia for 30 and he's probably worth about 15 or 20 now. But he gets a nice link up, and obviously he links to Edison, who we picked up for 19,000 coins. Like, 100k for the both of them isn't too shabby. As you can see, I did put a basic Chem style onto Edison, and the reason for it is it gives basically plus 10 in every single one. The only one it doesn't give plus 10 in is kicking, because you can't have 100 kicking, so he only gets plus 9. In fact, he only gets plus 5 in his acceleration, but nobody cares about speed, do they? Let's be honest with you. So instead of that stupid one where he had like 99 reflexes, 99 kicking, and a boost in speed of like 85 diving, 80 handling, and 82 positioning, he now instead of 95, 90, 99, 97, and 92 in the ones that actually matter. So always put, unless you've got a goalie who's already got like 3 stats that are 99, always put a basic on him. It's so much better. Absolutely 100%. And it's similarly, as with I was talking about to talk about his Chem style as well for Marquinhos, with Thiago Silva, we've got an anchor on him because he's got 72 pace. It's nice to have a little bit of extra pace, and he also doesn't need the massive boosts in defending because he's already got 90 marking, so the 9 gives him 99. Same for stand tackling, he needs plus 8. Stuff like that. He doesn't actually need one of the ones that's only got 2 things in it to focus on defending and physical. We can afford to give him a little bit of extra pace as well. Even his jumping, like he can only get a plus 8 out of the anchor when it should give a plus 10 because it's already so good because he's a really high rated card. Whereas with Marquinhos, we've gone for the Sentinel, I believe it's called. It is indeed, because he's got a bit more pace, and he also needs the extra boosts to get himself up towards them. So he's only got 85 interceptions, he only gets a plus 5, which is kind of but he's got 87 marking, so he gets the full plus 10. He's got 89 stand tackle, so he gets the full plus 10. That might actually give a 15, but basically, I wanted to focus a little bit more on his actual defending and physical because he doesn't need the pace quite as much. So he's got the plus 10 on jumping, takes him up to 98, whereas Thiago Silva only needed an 8 to get to 99. Strength plus 10, aggression plus 10, plus 10 and 5 in all of the defending stats as well. So he's actually really good. And again, he's only 6 foot, like I said when I was talking about trialing. But so is Thiago Silva. They've both got 99 jumping, or 98 and 99 jumping, and I've had absolutely no issues with them. And to be honest with you, they're both so similar and look so similar in game as well, and obviously Brazilian PSG centre-backs. At times, I can't tell the difference between the two of them, and it seems like I've got two Thiago Silvas, and Thiago Silva's an absolute god on this game, so I'm very, very, very pleased with that. It works out really well. And then Ederson's sick. It actually just popped up in the top, you guys might have seen it, that we did the Movember challenge, which was, maybe it was before we came to live, I'm not sure. It popped up anyway. You had to keep clean sheets to unlock a Movember kit, and we've done that, because Ederson's been doing pretty decent. He's actually really good. He's 6'2". His kicking's nuts, but I need to work out how to actually use it properly. But solid keeper. Would recommend him. Don't feel any difference between him, Szczesny, Handanovic or anything. They're just both, all three of them are just really, really good. So let's jump into some gameplay and let's take a look at how we've been getting on with this team. Let's take a look at the first few games we played. So, came up against this guy with a pretty decent and a different, actually, Brazilian goalkeeper in goal. He's got the one-to-watch Alisson. We could actually pick him up and he'd slot straight into the team as well. And same for Inform Neto. People tell me that he's really, really good. We've just got Ederson. I don't think it really matters too much, but we started off running down the line with Mane. Good to back for Firmino. Go for the bicycle kick with Harry Kane. I could tell in the first 15 minutes, like, this guy wasn't particularly good. And we were absolutely smashing him. And eventually, in the 15th minute, we get a little bit of a lucky rebound. Time the finesse. And Kane's slotted it past his Alisson to make it 1-0. And I think this guy knew that he was just going to lose. Is that right? I edited this last night. I can't quite remember exactly what happens in all of the clips, so I'm going to enjoy it with you guys as we go through it. Yeah, there we go, 90th minute, he's paused there. And he is piecing straight out of there. And as you're going to see by the stats in a second, it was only 1-0, but you'll see by the stats in a second that the poor guy could barely touch the ball, and I was peppering his goal with bicycle kicks and all sorts of ridiculous stuff. So that was my first game of FUT Champs, so nothing really to be too proud of. It's only the first game, you can match up with literally anyone. So we jumped into the next one, and we came up against the guy with a pretty decent team, but doesn't really seem to understand how chemistry works. He's got left wing Scream Koke at centre mid instead of making him left mid to get extra chem. He's got Salah off chemistry. He's got Juanfran just randomly chilling. Not really sure what he's doing, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Little bit mental. We get a bit lucky here with that tackle from Lucas. A bit of a dodgy one. Probably should have been a foul. Mane cuts inside. Finesse shot. Bang. Goal. Mane actually scores loads of goals. And it's kind of sad that I'm looking to get rid of him and Salah when I'm redesigning my team. But I feel like it's definitely going to be upgrades. He does miss some ones as well, but he also scores quite a lot. Anyway, so he's really, really good. And I would recommend him to you guys if you want to pick someone up for 100k. But we are looking towards building a much bigger, more expensive team, because obviously we've got a crap load of coins now. It did actually take me to the 60th minute to score a second goal against this guy. He was alright, to be fair. He was nowhere near as bad as the guy that we played in the first game, but we were still dominating the game and looking to win. And then 15 minutes later, Harry Kane, nice little bit of dribbling this actually. Watch this. He gives the ball off to Alexandro, picks it back up, running into the box, pulls out the new L1 fake shot, and then finesses it far post with an absolutely quality finisher. Harry Kane is someone absolutely sick, and someone that I really, really want to keep in my team when we redesign it. He's so good. He scores so many goals. It's actually ridiculous. He scored 30 goals in 33 games. I can see the stats here. I mean, he missed the pen, but we'll let him off with that one. And he's also got 10 assists. So over a goal per game contribution and almost actually scoring a goal per game in FUT Champs and Div Rivals is pretty bloody ridiculous. But anyway, that game ended up 3-0. Decent little performance. That guy was a fair bit better, to be fair, at FIFA, but still feel like we deserved to win. I mean, we missed a bloody penalty as well. It could have been 4. So that was our first 2 games and our first 2 wins, and we jumped into a game against this guy with a much better team. He seems to actually know what he's doing. He's got a couple of red cards. He's got some blue cards. Player of the month. He's got Firmino. He's got Martial. He's got Mendy, who I absolutely hate on this game, and I literally refuse to put him in my team. It really does do my head in the amount or the lack of fullbacks that you can use in this game. Left back, you've got like Alaba, Marcelo, Alexandro, and you can kind of get away with using Telles, but other than that, and then even right back, there's a bit of a lacking of them as well, as we scored the jammiest goal of all time. I almost did a sick little skill run with Mane, then we got a deflection and a red-timed left-footed shot, and it somehow floated over the goalie and went in. Christ knows how he's done that, but as you can see by the fact that I'm showing you guys this clip straight away, he got his comeuppance, I suppose. I didn't really deserve to score. And then he goes and scores a kick-off goal with Firmino with a nice little time finesse. It's Firmino, isn't it? He's dangerous. You've got to mark him. You've got to stop the finesses. That was actually on his weak foot as well, because I was trying to stop the one on his right foot. And he's just gone and banged it top bins anyway. So Firmino does not care on this game. But luckily for me, just after half-time, we come out of the blocks. Nice little cheeky pass, in fact. I say nice, that was cheeky. It was very lucky. And then Firmino from me scores an absolute banger. I need to start taking more normal shots, like just smashing it at the goal and hoping it goes in, because everyone sweats so much to try and open up the space for a time finesse, whereas you can just score rockets like that. It's really, really, really effective. And then this guy'd whacked the high pressure on, was going ultra attacking, trying to get a goal back. We slot through Harry Kane, and he's never going to miss that, is he? Because he's absolutely sick on this game. And I love him to make it 3-1 in the 66th minute. Very, very nice. And also a very nice kit that we got for Halloween as well. I do rate that. Kind of wish they sent me that one, actually. They sent me the original one for FIFA, didn't they? But they didn't send me the Halloween one. That one's really, really good. And again, 75th minute, Harry Kane picks up the ball. Nice little bit of dribbling. Gives it off to Rabiot. Jammy pass around the corner to Firmino. We get it into, or rather to Lucas. Get it into Firmino. We're falling over the ball. Thought we were going to score, but we've actually got ourselves a free kick. And actually, at this point, I really, really do miss Talisca, because what I'm about to do here just isn't as effective. But when you've got Harry Kane, it's kind of effective to just smash it outside of the boot top bins. But like, I could have scored that from the free kick most of the time with Talisca, whereas doing that is kind of a little bit jammy. Like, that doesn't happen very often, to be honest with you. I mean, we didn't need it. We were 3-1 up, but it was a little bit lucky. He says actually scoring another goal directly from a corner. Played short to Lucas, knock it down the line to Salah. Nice little turn with the skill move I'm trying to perfect. Nice little fake shot inside. Chucks a cheeky ball roll, cuts it back, and Manny pokes it home for 5-1. Decent performance. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Not fake shot, the skill move, the stop and turn or whatever it is. It's like a McGeady spin, but instead of forwards and backwards, you do... No, instead of forwards and sideways, you do backwards and sideways. You can see we absolutely smashed that guy. He had one shot. Well, he had two shots. He had one shot on target and it bloody went in. So, we're playing pretty good with our new team. And we're not letting any chances be created against us, basically. And we're doing really, really well. Unfortunately, we did get the clean sheet in that one. But we jump into another game. This guy's almost got the death triangle. But for some reason, he's using his red Manolas off chemistry instead of... I suppose Sergio Ramos wouldn't get Chem there either, would he? So, I don't really know what he should do. Maybe pick up a Juve centre-back or something. I'm not sure. It's just being a little bit weird. But anyway, nice little bit of dribbling from Harry Kane here. This guy was one of them ones who just holds A to pressure you, but doesn't actually try and tackle you, so you can just sort of run around in circles. Did get a bit of a lucky tackle, and I got a bit of a very lucky deflection, but Mohamed Salah is going to finish that off nicely in the 8th minute for me and put me 1-0 up again. Someone I'm really going to miss from this team when we do get rid of him, if I have a look at his stats while I'm sat here, he has played 125 games for me, 75 goals, 40 assists, and here you go, here's one of his assists. Lovely little La Croqueta, sticks it up, hangs it up, back post for Mounier, who's absolutely huge, and there's only one winner of that header in the 14th minute. Yeah, Salah's played 125 games, 75 goals, 40 assists, playing from Chem. I'd say that's a pretty bloody good return on investment. What, 105 goal contributions in 125 games from Chem is pretty legit. That's absolutely awesome, actually. And then Mane played nearly 200 for me and got about 170 goal contributions. So again, he's done absolutely sick from Chem. As unfortunately, in the 46th minute, this guy did go through on goal and managed to pick up a bit of a goal against the run of play, I'd like to think. Like, we've had 60% possession and millions of shots, and he's had a couple and one of them went in. So that was a bit frustrating, but we were playing really well. See, when stuff like that happens, you've just got to think that 99% of the time, if you play like this, you will win the game, and you just need to ignore the fact that you're not and just carry on playing like that, and you will. And I mean, it helps if you score kick-off goals as well. That can always benefit you. A nice little time finesse from Mane to make it 3-1 to me. Yeah, just try and keep your head and just keep playing your game. And if you should win that game, then most of the time obviously there's going to be times when you don't, and it is frustrating and it can tilt you and drive you mad. But you've just got to ignore it. And 93rd minute here, we hung on to the 3-1 lead quite comfortably. And this guy was being a little bit silly because he was losing, diving into tackles and stuff like that. Nice ball roll from Alexandro, sticks it back post, he gets the clearance away, and then we score the most FIFA 19 goal you're ever going to see in your life with King, who's been brought on as a sub. Oh, that was such a tragic goal. I mean, again, we deserve to win, but that is an absolutely horrific goal to score. Not really sure what was going on there. He's cleared it. Harry Kane had a shot that got blocked that he then cleared, that deflected off Harry Kane, who fell over. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, there's the match stats. Pretty sure we deserve to win that game. Feeling pretty good. We're into bronze 1. We've won all of our first 4 games, and we're doing very, very nicely. And then as we jump out to this, I'm going to show you guys we're actually still raking in the coins. It's actually legit. Like, listing up the squad fitnesses during during any time, really, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter too much. Obviously, they sell a bit more during FUT Champs, but you can shift them on. You can see, as you can see there, we have got 4 wins from our first 4 games, which is very, very nice. And I gave you guys a little bit of a spoiler because I've won 7 from 7. So halfway to goal 3. It is my sister's graduation this week and I've got my family visit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get there. I'm hopefully at least going to get to gold once we get at least 1 non-restricted red card, because the ones for silver 3 and silver 2 are like the maximum of 84. Whereas at least for silver 1 you can get anything. You only get 1 of them, but you can get anything and get really, really, really lucky with it. If you are really, really lucky, basically. But it's unlikely, but it's still better than being silver 3 or silver 2. Well, I mean, we're silver 3 at the moment, so it's better than being silver 3 or 2. So hopefully we can get a couple more wins. As we jump out, you can see we've now got 466,000 coins. We refresh again and we've got 495. So I'm just selling crap loads of squad fitnesses that I bought for 700 coins to basically double my money. It's absolutely legit. There is my squad. We've basically got 500,000 coins now to be working on the upgrades for this, and I'm going to show you guys what we'll be doing in the next episode.